Felicia the Festiva. Thank you for tuning into Holiday Happy. You're probably wondering what's going on here. Is this an episode of that 70s show? Well, I'm going back in time to the 70s to celebrate National Sunday Supper Month. I was inspired by a cookbook that was made in 1977 from my job, and I was looking through these recipes, and so many of them were very unique, eccentric, totally retro, that I had to give a few of these recipes a try. So I hope you guys enjoy this total throwback of an episode of Holiday Happy. So what do you think of when you think of the 70s? I think of disco. Charlie's Angels. Perhaps Sonny and Cher.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sonny and Cher.
When it comes to 70s food, I wasn't really sure what were popular recipes in the 70s, because obviously I wasn't even born yet. But there's a lot of recipes made with gelatin. There's recipes that are very popular, like casserole dishes, things like that, fondue. And so I have a couple of ideas here and some fun recipes I want to give a try. There's also loads of recipes made with molds. So I actually have two recipes here that I made with a mold. So the first recipe I want to share with you guys is cheese fondue. Apparently cheese fondue was super popular in the 70s, so this was a recipe I had to make, and I'm sure that it was something very popular to have with family during supper, or for whenever you're throwing a party or what have you. So let me show you guys how you can make cheese fondue at home. It's actually very simple to do. Another recipe I wanted to share with you guys is a recipe for salmon mousse. I know it sounds so disgusting, and which is why it really caught my attention. I'm like, what is salmon mousse? And here is how it looks like. I actually used this salmon mold that you can see up on my cabinet. So I used that, and basically what it consists of is obviously salmon, some sour cream, mayo, some chopped up cucumbers, and then some seasoning like paprika and salt and pepper, and then obviously gelatin as well. And you go ahead and kind of mix all that together and let it sit in the fridge overnight, so that it really comes together and firms. And here you have salmon mousse, you guys. I assume that this was probably a popular appetizer in the 70s. Maybe you can have it with crackers, but I am gonna go ahead and give it a try. I'm a little nervous. Okay, salmon mousse. That's a no. That's a no. No, that's gross. I don't like it. So the last recipe I want to share with you guys is a dessert idea. This is frozen banana salad, and I made it using this mold right here. And this recipe consists of mashed bananas, crushed pineapples, some little cherries that you see here, as well as sugar and sour cream, and you mix all that together and you put it in the molds and then you let it freeze in your freezer overnight. And so I really want to give this recipe a try, and as you can see, it's on a bed of greens. Apparently that's a popular thing to do in the 70s. You put a lot of desserts or recipes made from a mold and you put it on a bed of greens. Apparently that was a thing to do. So that's why you see it on some lettuce right now. But I think that maybe the reason for it too is since this was like frozen, as it starts to kind of melt slowly, the greens kind of absorb up the liquid. So anyway, it looks really pretty. I'm anxious to try this because I think I will actually like it. Yeah. This is really good, you guys. Super refreshing. This would totally be delicious in the summertime. This is good. I like this one. So in conclusion, I would say cheese fondue is an absolute hit. Highly recommend you make some cheese fondue at home. I also recommend that you make the frozen banana salad. Very delicious, very refreshing. I will have the link to the recipes below. As far as the salmon mousse goes, that wasn't a home run for me. Disgusting. But had to give it a try since we're going back to the 70s. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, go ahead and click the thumbs up button, and don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are below, and don't forget to click subscribe.